Okay, sure. You probably know why we have a leap day every 4 years, but did you know that every couple hundred years we have to skip the leap day? Hey, before we get started, I'm going to shamelessly self-promote my new song, Nevermind. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out.
And ask the girl out. It has to work out. She's weak and hurt now.
Go subscribe to that channel and like the video and share that song with everybody you know, because then I will love you even more than I already do. All right, now, hey, holidays every day, and today's holiday is Leap Day, February 29th. There's only 29 days in February every 4 years. And you probably know why. I don't really need to explain, but I'm going to give a brief summary as to why. Basically, the time calculation, or the time that we use down here on Earth, says that 24 hours is 1 day. And now all this is judged by the Earth's rotation, but it takes the Earth a little bit longer than just 24 hours to make a full rotation. And that adds up. After a year, there's actually an extra 0.2422 days. So round that to 0.25 every 4 years. That adds up to 1 total day extra. So we had an extra day in February. But even that is a little bit of an overcorrection, and I'm going to get into that. But first, I just want to say that if we never had the leap day, like from the beginning of time, if we never had the leap day, today would be July 17th, 2017. Okay, so like I said, there's 365.2422 days in a year, but we rounded that to 0.25 to have a leap year every 4 years, and I know that it doesn't seem like a lot that we rounded that little bit to 0.25, but it does matter, and eventually it does add up to a full extra day. So they've done some calculations and decided that every 400 years, if we take out 3 leap days, that will make up for that little bit that we round. And of course, they've had to come up with some sort of system for it. The system they came up with is that every century year, so 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, 2000, every century year that can be evenly divided by 400 will be a leap year. And they've decided that just because they did the math and they determined that that's only going to happen 3 out of 4 times, and they only need to take out the leap day 3 times every 400 years. That's why the year 2000 did have a leap day, because the year 1700, 1800, and 1900 did not have a leap day, even though it was supposed to. Now, there's still some flaws in this, but they've determined that it's not even going to be a day off until the year 4909. Other than that, the only other thing that messes up our system down here on Earth for time and date is the Earth's rotation. There's multiple things that are slowing down Earth's rotation. Large weather systems, atmospheric winds, changing of the seasons, and the Earth even wobbles a little bit, mostly in the winter. Links to sources will be in the description to read as to why winter makes the Earth the most wobbly as it spins, but basically all this stuff slows down the Earth's rotation, and there are scientists that are constantly monitoring this by like the billionths of a second, and every time it adds up to a total of a second, we have a leap second. And actually, we just had one last year on June 30th. So I think it's safe to say that our system for the date and time down here on Earth is not that great for following the Earth's rotation, but it's the easiest we could do. It's the easiest for our brains to process. We don't want to be trying to do decimals of a day and stuff like that. That'd just be too crazy. So this is a system we came up with. Got to have a leap year. Sometimes don't have a leap year. Sometimes got to have a leap second. But as long as you have the clocks that are automatically set, that are like controlled by NASA, you know, your cable box, on your computer, on your phone, they make sure to keep those always accurate. But if you have an analog clock, you've learned that there are a lot of things that can throw off your analog clock. Alright, thanks for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. If you haven't seen the last video, you can click to see that. If you want to see the next video, you can click to see that when it comes out. And that's all I have. I was really excited for this episode just because, I don't know, I was really interested. I didn't know myself about, I knew about the leap year, but I didn't know sometimes we didn't have a leap year, and I didn't know about all this other stuff that You know, it was really interesting to read about. There would be multiple links to multiple sources in the description below. If you want to read more about that, read more about the history of the Romans and the different calendars that they came up with back in the day before we decided on this one that we currently use. You know, they all had their pros and cons. Even this one that we use today, as you learned. I'm gonna shut up now. Hope you liked it. Even if you didn't, hit the like button.